What's up, guys? Today I'm doing a bit of a different video. I am going to be doing a Chapter 1 Season 3 bracket, and the winner is my favorite POI of that season. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so there were 18 POIs in total on the Chapter 1 Season 3 map. So, Tilted is the 1 seed, so it has a bye. Pleasant Park is the 2 seed, so it has a bye. Keep that in mind. I seeded these myself, so this is basically like a personal ranking, and then I put them into a bracket. So, first off, Junk Junction versus Haunted Hills. This is a tough one, bro. This is a tough one, because we're doing this in terms of like loot and like how fun we've had on the POIs. I'm going to do this kind of like playoffs, so I'm going to do like best of 7. I think... I'm going to do this. I think Junk. Give me Junk in... It's tough, man. It's tough. Junk in 6. Junk in 6. Junk Junction, if it were a 7-game series, 4-2. 4-2. All right. The other, like, play-in game, Loot Lake and Flush. I think Loot Lake in 5. Look, Flush Factory, bro. I got it at the last seed. Don't kill me. My opinion. Loot Lake is just more iconic. And honestly, bro, whenever you'd land there, it would feel like you'd have more to loot than Flush. And Flush is all the way down at the bottom, too. All right, round 2. AKA the Sweet 16. Tilted and Junk. I mean, come on, bro. I think Tilted sweeps Junk Junction in every aspect. Come on. And you probably already know who's going to win this list. Shifty and Anarchy. Oh, shoot. See, Shifty was always fun, and Shifty had a lot of memories on it, right? But Anarchy is just one of those POIs, although we didn't have Anarchy for a long time. We didn't have Anarchy for a long time. I think Shifty takes it in 7. Shifty takes it in 7. 7-game series. They go all the way. And Shifty wins it. It's a close one, man. Look, if it's 4-3, that means it's really close. Retail and Whaling. Whaling is definitely underrated. But let's be honest. I think Retail sweeps Whaling under the rug. Every aspect. Retail is one of the best. That's why it's number 5. All right, Tomato Town and Salty Springs, bro. Give me Salty in 5. Salty in 5. It's close. Like Tomato Town, it's small. You know, it's pleasant. It's a calming POI. But Salty's fun every time you land there, if that makes sense. All right, Greasy versus Dusty. Now, the only reason why I seeded Dusty at 14 is because it was 3 buildings in Season 3. It was 3 little buildings, you know. Could you count the factories as Dusty Depot? Maybe, but I'm going off the 3 buildings because that was what the named POI was. I think Greasy in 5, and the only reason why I'm going to give Dusty 1 is because like the nostalgia factor. I feel like Dusty is more nostalgic than Greasy, but Greasy just brushes it out of the way. All right, Lonely and Lucky. Now, Lonely's not bad either. There's actually a decent amount to loot in Lonely. I'm going to do Lucky in 4. No, 5. Lucky in 5. Yeah. I think Lucky is just one of those POIs that everyone loves. Like, you don't see anyone saying, oh, I hate Lucky Landing. You don't see that. All right, Fatal and Moisty. Now, this is a good matchup. Moisty's in the top 10 because my experiences with Moisty, for some reason, the loot when I would land at Moisty would be incredible. It would be different, right? I'd be getting purple and legendary guns every time I land at Moisty. It's like the loot was like capped at like blue being the worst possible thing you could get there. So for Moisty, I'll give it 1 for that. Man, dude, Fatal is just perfect. I'm sorry. Fatal is just perfect. Fatal in 5, 4-1 on the series. Yeah. It's a close one, though. Look, it's a close 4-1. Like, it's not a 4-1 like they blew him out. It's like a close 4-1. Loot Lake and Pleasant. Again, I'm going to give... It's tough. because Loot Lake is so iconic. You know, it's like so well known. Dude, it's hard, but I think Pleasant sweeps them. I think Pleasant sweeps Loot Lake. All right, moving on to the Elite Eight. Tilted and Shifty, basically like rivals. You know, they're right next to each other. The noisy neighbors, the brothers. They're right on top of each other. You know, Tilted sweeps, man. Tilted sweeps. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna agree with this list. I have a good feeling everyone's gonna agree with this list. Maybe not seeding, right? Go back and look at these. You can go over these right now. Might not agree with the seeding. You might think that one of these POIs is better than the other. This is my ranking, though. Retail and Salty. We have to battle the fucking tyrants right here, bro. We got the two heavyweights. Retail and Salty. See, this is tough. This is so tough. Oh, man. Retail's bigger, but just the experience when you drop Salty is unbelievable. Something about it. I don't know. Salty is just incredible. But then Retail's so good. 4-3. Salty in 7. In 7. Think of it like the closest, 7-game series of your life. All right. Elite 8 on the right side of the bracket. Pleasant and Fatal. Look, I think they're both incredible, right? They're close together in the ranking. Pleasant being the 2 seed, Fatal being the 7 seed. But dude, I'm telling you, bro, I think Pleasant sweeps the fuck out of Fatal. Pleasant could win this. Pleasant has every right to be able to win this. I think it sweeps Fatal. I think it has everything over Fatal. This is a tough one. Greasy and Lucky. Which, by the way, guys, I'm not ranking this off of 7 different aspects. I'm just going off if these two teams played in a 7-game series. What would it be? Think of the POIs as teams. Greasy and Lucky. This is so hard, bro. Because Greasy, me and Brody landed there. And then we got our first ever duo win. That is where we landed first to get our first duo win. So it holds a special place in our heart. And we just made Greasy Zone Wars. Code should be on the screen right now. Go play it. It's pretty fun. Think of it like Tilted Zone Wars, but in Greasy Grove. What could go wrong? But Lucky's just so nostalgic, dude. It's a tough one. This is probably one of the toughest ones. But Greasy in 6. 4-2. Here we go. The final 4 of Chapter 1, Season 3 POIs. Tilted and Salty. It's too hard, man. I can't do this. I feel like I can't do this. Tilted in 6. 4-2. 4-2. And we got a little bit of a... This might seem crazy. All right, but we got a little bit of an upset coming, I think. I think we have a bit of an upset coming. Greasy in 7. No one fucking kill me. No one kill me. All right? Nobody kill me. But in my opinion, I know I seeded Pleasant higher. I think Greasy, in my opinion, I would more often land there than Pleasant. And that's crazy to say. But you guys have no idea how many times I would land Greasy back in the day. I might not have as much when the OG season came back, right? But Greasy was like my home. You know, bar Tilted, so that's why I got to do it. The championship game, Tilted and Greasy. My personal favorite, Greasy sweeps. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think Tilted in 6, 4-2 on the series. I mean, you can't disagree. Arc is complete. There's my bracket. Here's it in full. I mean, dude. I hope you guys can agree. Tilted being my favorite POI and the best POI in Chapter 1, Season 3, I think makes sense. But here's my Chapter 1, Season 3 bracket. I think Tilted, the 1 seed, goes all the way. No upsets. No upsets in this ranking. If you like this ranking, if you agree, like and subscribe. Go play Greasy Zone Wars. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.